Good morning and welcome back to North Dakota Today. And we are back for another segment of Ask an Attorney with Mike Kuna of Kuna Law Firm PLLC. Today's question of the day is, Dear Lawyer Mike, I have a criminal record that is 10 years old. I admit that in the past I stole something, was found guilty, and received a felony. But I served my time, I paid it back, and I successfully finished my probation. I'm not proud of what I did, but I did do it at the time because I was so poor. Now I can't get good housing, and I can't find a decent job. Please help me, sir. What can we do to make this better? It's just been too long since I can live like a normal human being. Thank you. So Mike, I want to know, is this like having your personal record expunged?
Very good question and really close. Thank you. So, not exactly. There is a difference between expunging records and sealing records. And unfortunately, in the state of North Dakota, we can only seal records. Now, the difference, I presume you want to know what it is simple. If a record is completely expunged, that means that that record is forever deleted or destroyed. However, if a record is sealed, that record can still be seen by some government agencies, however, not by the general public. And if somebody wants to see that record, they need to ask the court for an order allowing them to see the record. As our viewer mentioned, it's extremely hard to get into college, to get good housing, and even find a job with a criminal record. Personally, as a man of God and a believer of Christ, I believe every person should have a second opportunity in life, especially if that person is trying really, really hard to get better and become a contributing member of society. Unfortunately, the process itself is complex, very detail-oriented, and technical. However, luckily for us, due to Legislative Session 66 in HB 1256, since August 1st of 2019, we are able to seal records in the state of North Dakota in most instances, not all. Still, there are some felonies that will not allow it under some conditions, and some crimes that require registration, such as certain sexual crimes, that will not allow the sealing of records. However, in general, we still can seal records, and I'll explain how. First, we have a time frame in which we need to wait before we ask to seal the record. If it's a misdemeanor, you have to wait for 3 years since the end of incarceration, parole, or probation. If it's a felony, you have to wait for 5. Afterwards, you can make a request in your own criminal case. You can make a petition asking to seal the criminal record. That petition will also have to include a proposed order that will make sure that the record is sealed and served upon a prosecutor in accordance with the rules of criminal procedure. At that point, the prosecutor will have a minimum of 45 days before a hearing is scheduled in order to speak with witnesses, potential victims, and check your record. Afterwards, you get to have a hearing in front of the judge in which the judge will decide whether the record should be sealed. The judge has to make this decision based on the statutory requirements for sealing a record. Some of those requirements will be not to have any criminal history since the incident happened, successfully complete parole or probation terms, and other terms that we do not have time to discuss. However, you will have to show good cause for the sealing of the record. Look, it's a really complicated matter. 5 minutes are simply not long enough for me to explain it. If you want to schedule a consultation meeting, just call us directly, 701-404-7768.
Well, thank you so much for that explanation.
Welcome.
That was so insightful.
Thank you.
Of course. If you would like to ask a legal question, you can visit the Valley News Live website and click on the Ask an Attorney tab. We'll be right back with more North Dakota Today.